You're listening to TurkishSoccer.com's Turkish Football and Turkish Super Lig Podcast. Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmet Turgut. Welcome to a brand new season of Turkish Super League 2024-2025 season. This is the first podcast after having a little vacation, the first vacation. We're back at this podcast again. Thanks for listening and keep in touch. Follow me on X, Twitter at Turkish Soccer, also on Facebook at Turkish Football, Turkish Soccer, also on Instagram, Turkish Soccer. So if you have any questions about Turkish football, Turkish Super League, you could drop a line for me. If you could, also, you could reach me at a.turkishsoccer@gmail.com anytime in a day. So welcome back again. This is a brand new season. It will start this Friday. 19 teams will play in the Turkish Super League this season. 3 newcomers coming into the Turkish Super League this season. It's going to be Göztepe, Eyüp, and as you know, another team that is going to be Bodrumspor. So we will talk about the first weekend. We'll start on Friday, but before that, before the season start, as you know, the Super Cup match played on time this season between Besiktas and Galatasaray. Last year's defending champions, Galatasaray, faced Turkish Cup final winner, Turkish Cup winner, Besiktas in Istanbul Atatürk Stadium. And guess what? Last year's worst team in the Turkish Super League, out of the top 3 from Istanbul, beat the best team and the champions of Turkish Super League with a huge score, 5-0. 5 unanswered goals. And this was not the Galatasaray that we know last season. Not even in the first minute, Besiktas, with a new transfer, Ciro Immobile, scored his first goal. In this match, he scored 2 goals. So, overall, Besiktas looked good under the new coach. And with these new transfers, I'll get into that, what the transfers for each team. But I think on the pitch, Besiktas was much better team in the first half and second half. Galatasaray had some problems. After winning the title for back-to-back last 2 years, Galatasaray did not look good, and also Coach Okan Buruk did not look good on sideline. We're going to talk about that. So, starting the new season, before the league starts, Besiktas wins the Super Cup against last year's defending champion, Galatasaray, with a huge score, 5-0. Congratulations to Besiktas team. Also, as you know, Turkish teams are in the European competitions. And Fenerbahçe had a match just yesterday against Lille, French team. In the very last minute, Fenerbahçe is coached by world-famous coach Jose Mourinho, the special one, lost his first match in the very at the end. The match was 1-1, and the last very minute of the match, Lille scored a goal, and Lille first won the match 2-1. This is the first leg. They have a match coming up next week after the Turkish Super League match opens up this weekend. So there's going to be matches coming up for Besiktas, Başakşehir, and Trabzonspor. As you know, Besiktas and Trabzonspor plays in Europa Cup, and Başakşehir is in the Conference League. Galatasaray will be in the Champions League, but they have to pass Young Boys. They will play 2 matches against Young Boys. If they beat them, they will advance to Champions League. It's the same case. Fenerbahçe has to beat Lille in Istanbul next week and then play one more match if they want to go to a Champions League match. So between the league starting, Turkish Super League starting, and then between these European competition matches, it is going to be tough weeks in the beginning of the August for at least these 5 teams I talked about. Galatasaray, Fenerbahçe, Besiktas, Trabzonspor, and Başakşehir will try to move up to European competitions. They can't afford losing the matches. It's a very important match for Galatasaray against Young Boy, and that match will be happening on, I believe, I'm looking at my notes, on August 20th, the first match, and the second match will be on 27th. Besiktas will play in August 22nd and 29th. And Trabzonspor Rapid Wien match will be on August 15th. And that should be important for Trabzon too. Başakşehir will play against Saburtula. And as I said, Fenerbahçe lost the first match against Lille. And they have a match coming up on August 13th in Istanbul against Lille. It is very crucial match for Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahçe. They cannot afford to lose this match and then move up to the second playoff match to order go to a Champions League match. So it is tight beginning for these teams in the Turkish Super League, also in the European competitions. Now, as far as the Turkish Super League teams, the transfers so far until today, as far as I know, Galatasaray had only 3 names, but they let go a lot of players. Galatasaray, Batshuayi from Fenerbahçe came to Galatasaray. Elias Jellert came, and also last transfer for Galatasaray was Gabriel Serra. They paid a lot of money for it, close to $18 million. Another team that paid a lot of money in the transfer was Fenerbahçe. Yusuf and Nesri. That was the player that got paid for $20 million. Alan Saint Maximin. Cenk Tosun from Besiktas came to Fenerbahçe, and Çağlar Söyüncü. And Besiktas, as far as Besiktas, as you know, the player played one time for Italian national team. Good goal scorer, which he did in his first match. Scored beautiful 2 goals. One was with the penalty kick. Ciro Immobile, Rafa Silva, Gabriel Paulista, Can Keleş, Emirhan Topçu, and also Besiktas hired former Arsenal coach Giovanni van Bronckhorst. So things are looking much better than last season for Besiktas. Now, we only played 1 match. That doesn't mean everything is going to be good. But I could tell you this. I think Ciro Immobile, Rafa Silva, and Gabriel Paulista, probably the best 3 transfers so far I saw in the Turkish Super League. As far as Trabzonspor Stefan Savic. Ozan Tufan came to Trabzon. Okay Yokuşlu. And Wakame is back with Trabzonspor. Just today, they have got Ukrainian stopper Batagov and Fedro Malherio and John Lundstrom and Borna Barisic. Pepe gone for Trabzonspor. Onachu's gone, and a couple other players, Fernandez and Moiner. And as far as the gone players for Besiktas, they had to let them go. Gjal, Rozier, Cenk Tosun, Hasic, Meraş, Rebic, Joe Woral, Gökhan İnler, Utku Yuvakuran, Tayfun Bingöl. Galatasaray had a lot of players want to. Tete, remember? They were going to pay. They paid him a lot of money. They thought he was going to be a helper for Galatasaray. Did not. And Ndombele, Vinicius, Zaniolo. And they're going to have more players going because right now Galatasaray media is on Okan Buruk and Galatasaray officials. Things are hot and boiling for Galatasaray after losing that Super Cup match against Besiktas with a huge score, 5-0. So we'll see what happens. And 2024 season, week 1 starts on Friday with last year's defending champion, the team that just lost to Besiktas 5-0. Galatasaray will host Hatayspor at home in Istanbul. That's the only match we have in the first week on Friday. Saturday, there are 3 matches. Kasımpaşa will host Konyaspor. Antalyaspor will be at home against Göztepe, newcomer. Fenerbahçe will be at home against Adana Demirspor. On Sunday, there are also 3 matches. Sivasspor will host Trabzonspor. Alanyaspor will be at home against newcomer Eyüpspor. And Samsunspor will host Besiktas, the Super Cup winners in Samsun on Sunday. On Monday, there are 2 matches. Rizespor will be at home against Başakşehir and newcomer Bodrumspor, who has only 6,000 fan stadium. I think they're going to play this match in Muğla instead of Bodrum. They will host Gaziantep. It's one thing that I think these newcomer teams, especially Eyüp, Bodrum, few other teams don't have the stadium that holds more than 5 or 10,000. I think the stadium, the teams that plays in the Turkish Super League should have at least 20,000 stadium for their teams. The Turkish Football Federation insists for these teams to build new stadiums. Now, as we talk, there are 19 teams in the Turkish Super League. So 18 of them plays, and one will have a bye every weekend. So the first weekend, in the first week of the Turkish Super League 2024-2025 season, Kayserispor will have a bye. They will not have a match this week. So every weekend, you'll see one of the teams will not play because of 19-team league. So good luck to all the teams out there. Let's have very good season. We have a brand new president of TFF. Let's hope he will be better than the last one. Let's hope we will see good referees out there. I mean, they could make mistakes, but I think the most important thing is to learn from mistakes. The biggest problem with Turkish football right now, it is the VAR system, video refereeing system, and also the referees who has not have enough experience, and they are reffing in the Turkish Super League. They need to be educated much better. Let's hope they have done that this past season. Congratulations to all the teams that will play in the Turkish Super League this season. 2024-25 season starts on Friday. Are you ready? Are you excited? Let's get excited. Let's have both of the teams, fans in the stadiums. Let's not have some kind of things that not having the opponent fans not in the stadium. Again, my time is running out. The Turkish Super League starts this Friday. Thanks for listening for my podcast. I will be here every weekend, and we'll talk about Turkish Super League, Turkish football in general. Again, my name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. Listen to my podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, visit me at X, former Twitter, at Turkish Soccer. Also, follow me at Turkish Football, Turkish Soccer page on Facebook and Instagram.